Hello everyone and welcome to Colors Fade's gaming channel. Today we're going to be discussing tips and tricks for new players for the game of Anthem. These are just a handful of things that I've noticed new players keep asking about the game. We're going to start off with crafting. How do we craft and how do we get the blueprints for it? You got to go into the forge is where you can start crafting, and you click on one of your components like weapons or bombs or whatever, and up here at the top you'll notice there's a tab for equipping, but there's also a second tab for crafting. This menu of course is made very console friendly. It's designed for controllers. So this will show you all the blueprints that you have available to craft. For instance, I'm selecting the primary weapons, so it's going to show me all the blueprints that are available for the primary weapon slot. These are all the ones that I have actually learned how to craft, and I'll explain that later on. Every crafting thing requires several components, and it shows you the components there and how many you have, like how many chimeric alloys, how many compounds, weapon parts, and masterwork embers. The embers are the important part. Now I only have a handful, 45 or so, masterwork embers. I don't want to waste those showing you how to craft something, so we're going to craft a rare item instead. I have like 513 rare embers. All you have to do is press the space bar or whatever it is on your controller, and it automatically crafts the items for you. The important part isn't that it can craft the item, it's that the inscriptions at the bottom. A rare weapon here has 2 inscriptions. You can see what it is: pickup radius and 15% weapon damage. Every time you craft a weapon, you're going to get a different random set of inscriptions, and so this is why you craft over and over, is to try to get the inscriptions that you want. And so if you don't get the inscriptions that you want, you can just salvage the item, but you will whittle down your available supply of embers. So this is the give and take of crafting in the game, and this is why you do it. Alright, so let's talk about the blueprints. In order to craft something, you have to have the blueprint. Well, how do you get it? You get it through challenges. So the first thing you have to do is loot a weapon or an item, and then you have to complete a challenge for it. If you go in your journal and go under challenges and then weapons or gear, you can see all the various challenges for the different weapons you are, and you can see what they grant you. For instance, if we go to the Warden weapon, we can see that it grants you the Warden blueprint for the common weapon. And all of these weapon challenges are basically the same: defeat 10 legendary enemies. And you can do the same thing for gear. If you go under gear and you look at it, for instance, I play a ranger, so these are all my ranger weapons. You can see things like the blast missile. I need to complete 12 world events to get that blueprint. Alright, let's discuss consumables. Consumables are a thing that you craft, and you don't craft it at your forge. You actually have to craft it from the interface where you're going to go into a mission. You'll notice there's the summary, there's your squad, and there's a third tab over to the right called Consumables. You have 3 slots. You'll unlock all those slots by the time you get to level 30. And there's again 2 tabs, one for equipped and one for craft. You can click on a blueprint that you know for, that you've learned, and you will be able to craft that consumables. Consumables are one-time items. You put them in the slots up here. I have 3 slots because I'm level 30. I've unlocked them all. You put them one in each slot, and they give you boosts, things like 30% shields, 30% damage for a weapon type, whatever. It's only used for that one mission or that one free play session. But that's really cool. You get a really good bonus from doing all that stuff, and so I totally advise people to use consumables and use them often, especially in hard missions like strongholds. Now let's talk about consumable stacking. You can stack consumables of the same type, just different rarities. So in this case, I'm going to stack marksman sigils, all 3 types: the rare, the common, and the other one, the epic. And so the epic one's going to give me 30% to the base damage of the marksman rifle, the rare is going to give me plus 20%, and the common's going to give me plus 10%, for a total of plus 60% to the base damage of my weapon by using all 3 of those consumables. So consumables are fabulous. I recommend everybody use them. I recommend you craft them. And how you're going to get those crafting blueprints is through doing the quest. Alright, let's talk combos, primers, and detonators. Combos are going to be how you're going to do a significant portion of damage in the game. You see the yellow text on the screen show up when you hit a combo. Combo requires a primer first, fire, ice, acid, something to set the target up, and then a detonator, like that, and the combo goes off and you do a whole bunch of damage. They also have some nice side benefits like recharging things really fast. Combos are really simple. Primer, detonator. On the left, you see the circle with the dot symbol. That's the primer. Any weapon that has that on there is a primer for a combo. On the right, you see the star symbol. That's the detonator. That's a detonator for combo. As long as you set it up with the primer first and then the detonator, you'll pull off a combo. You can do it between team members, or if you equip certain gear yourself, you can pull them off on your own. But they're really important for doing a lot of damage, especially in big engagements like this. And seeing combos go off is just really, really cool. Alright, my last tip, running. Number one thing new players to the game complain about with Anthem, other than maybe some of the other significant bugs that it has right now. Walking through Fort Tarsis is so slow. Yes, it is. But if you hit the shift button, boom, now you're going twice as fast. I know, it's not like sprinting. You're not Carl Lewis. You're not Usain Bolt. But at least it is an improvement over having to walk through the whole fort. Alright, that does it for the video. I'm Colors Fade. I hope you guys got something out of it. Tips and tricks for the new players to Anthem. If you like the guide or you like the content on the channel, please subscribe. And if you have a question or a comment, leave it down below. I hope everybody's having as much fun playing Anthem as I am. And I will see you next time. Happy gaming, everyone.